Y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on in, come on in. Happy Sunday. It's Sunday fun day. Let me tell y'all, I came on here doing this live today to talk about the aftermath of the Verzuz Battle. Now, I'm pretty sure y'all have heard the news. If y'all haven't seen it, Google it. There's tons of content on YouTube about the verses between No Limit Records and Cash Money Records. Now, they say it was a celebration for New Orleans, and it probably was. But honestly, I think No Limit Records won that damn battle. What y'all think? Y'all with No Limit, or are y'all with Cash Money? Now, let me tell you why I think No Limit won. First of all, the only people that showed up for the Cash Money Records verses was Birdman, Manny Fresh, Juvenile or Juve, and BG. That was it. And then they had some homies in the back to support them. I guess they were part of Cash Records at one point, like Jacquees, the R&B singer. But he didn't even do nothing. He was just standing in the back. And Tamar Braxton, for some odd reason, was there. The only reason I think she was there was to support Birdman, because you know Birdman married Tamar Braxton's sister, Toni Braxton. A lot of people still don't know that Toni Braxton is now married to Birdman. They had a private wedding somewhere on an island. I can't remember where they got married, but they got married in secret, apparently. And then it leaked out to the public. But other than that, that's all they had. Lil Wayne didn't show up. Turk didn't show up. The main motherfuckers who made Cash Money Records did not show up to that versus. The verses took place live in Las Vegas. I believe it was, let's see, what's today's date? The 26th. I want to say they did the versus thing last night or the night before last night. This just happened. So anywho, No Limit went hard. Hey friend, how you doing? No Limit had everybody in that mug. Let me tell y'all. I saw Master P, Silk the Shocker, Mia X, one of my favorites, Mama Mia, Mac, Fiend, and Chopper was there, surprisingly, and Snoop Dogg. When you bring out Snoop Dogg on a lyric and you don't expect him to show, I said, oh, No Limit won. They brought out Snoop. Snoop shut the fuck down. At the very last song, you know what they did? Down for my niggas. Fuck the mother niggas, and I'm down for my niggas. Fuck the mother niggas, and I'm down for my niggas. I'm a motherfucking trigger. That's when they shut it down. Snoop did an acapella version on his verse and shut it down. Yes, see, Murder is my dog, though. Yes. What up, Thud? What up, what up, what up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on in here. Thud said I like both. They both have some great artists and some hits. I just don't care for the beef they have. Yeah, why is that? I want to know, what's the deal with the whole beef between Cash Money Records and No Limit Records? I don't understand why don't they just get together and collab? They both from the same area. Literally, they're both from New Orleans. I don't understand. My name is D, aka Daphne. This is my channel, Cue the Stage. Welcome if you're new. I'm working on my fried chicken recipes for the upcoming Kwanzaa holiday. Okay, Steve, that's what's up. That sounds like a cool deal. But yeah, honestly though, I really think if Cash Money would have brought out Wayne and Turk, they would have shut it down. But because they played Wayne's songs, I mean, it was cool and all, but it's not the same thing when you don't actually have the artist there. It'd be different if he was actually there with his song. They played his songs. He just wasn't there. He never made no comment. He never said why he didn't show up. Turk actually clapped back. I just saw a video on YouTube not too long ago on 9mag, and he was just like, yeah, Birdman talking on that shit, blase, 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 fuck you, fuck you. And I don't know what the beef is between Turk and Birdman, but Birdman had a lot of shit to say. He was just like, Turk, you little bitch. Da, 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 da. I said, God damn. And he did this while they were live. First he asked, are we live? Oh, okay. Turk, you a little bitch. Like, why would you say that on a versus battle? Y'all are supposed to love each other. Y'all are supposed to, you know, be celebrating each other, but y'all rather hate on each other than celebrate each other. I don't know why. I don't get it. Exactly. They would never say what the beef is. They definitely would shut it down with Wayne and Turk. Exactly. See, somebody gets it. Thug gets it. Somebody said, what we doing? We talking about the aftermath of the Verzuz battle. No Limit Records versus Cash Money Records. If you have not seen it, I suggest you look it up on Google and look it up on YouTube. It's all over YouTube. I just watched it. It's about a good hour and a half. It's a good video. But man, when I say No Limit clapped back and went 10 times harder, they went 10 times harder than Cash Money. I'm sorry. I love Cash Money songs. I love No Limit songs. Don't get me wrong. But there's a huge difference I've noticed. Cash Money Records is more bounce. It's more NOLA. It's more dance. No Limit Records is more drill music. It's more hood. It's more gangsta. And it's got a little bit of Cali to it. Because y'all have to remember, I don't know if y'all know the whole story of the origin of Master P. Although Master P grew up in Calio Projects, 3rd Ward, New Orleans, Master P's life took place as an artist in California. And the only reason they had Snoop on No Limit Records is because of Master P. You see, what happened was Snoop ended up leaving Death Row Records. Yes, a lot of people still don't know this to this day. And what happened was when Snoop left Death Row Records at the time when Pac and them was all together, he joined No Limit Records for a short time before he went solo. That's what happened. Had it not been for Master P, had it not been for Silk the Shocker, had it not been for C Murder creating No Limit Records, there would be no Snoop Dogg. There would be no Master P, honestly. Imagine if both of them dropped the beef and really did collaboration. Right. Facts. Because another fun fact, majority of Master P's label was spent in Richmond, California. That's how he collaborated with Snoop. Because y'all know Snoop is from Long Beach, California. And that's why they have so many damn hits. Because most of their people are from California. And a lot of their people grew up in New Orleans. But most of the music was produced in Cali. That's why Snoop was there. But yeah, it's a whole lot of history between Snoop and No Limit Records. People just don't realize it. They thought Snoop was only Death Row. No, Snoop actually did multiple labels. People just don't pay attention. Are you unemployed? No, I'm actually employed. I have a job. I just happen to be off today. Thank you for asking. Wait, I misclicked. Sorry, I meant to say to other person, you are doing amazing. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Who's your go-to independent artist? Honestly, my go-to independent artist, I would have to say, out of all of them, are you talking about No Limit Records? In my opinion, Mia X. Mia X is my motherfucking go-to independent artist. The reason why is because Mia X held it the fuck down. When I say Mia X is that bitch, and she really held down No Limit Records, she really did. Mia X is the only and first female artist of the No Limit Record, family to actually go by herself and sell records out of the whole No Limit. Like, she is that motherfucking bitch. She may not have any new music because she's partially retired now. She mainly does like food truck stuff. But if you ask anybody, Mia X was actually the blueprint for majority of y'all's favorite hip hop artists. I'm gonna tell you right now, Mia X is the one who's responsible for Trina becoming Trina today. Why? Because she wrote majority of Trina's songs. People still don't know that. Yes, Mia X is the blueprint for Trina and the blueprint for, who was the other one that was back in the day? I'm trying to think. That was another female artist. Gangsta Boo. Yeah. Mia X was that bitch. Mia X was the blueprint for Gangsta Boo from Memphis. Gangsta Boo was a Memphis rapper. She was very popular with 3 6 Mafia. Y'all remember 3 6 Mafia with Juicy J and them and DJ Paul? Y'all know who I'm talking about. If y'all old school like me and y'all know a lot of 90s rappers, then yes, you know. But yeah, for real, you knew when I say her, yeah, because Mia X is the bitch. Like, I'm serious, like, Mia X is that girl. Today's your birthday? Happy birthday, Shantia. Shout out to Shantia. Everybody tell Shantia happy birthday. But yeah, for real though, like, I'm dead ass, like, Mia is that girl. She don't hold back nothing. Like, I don't care what nobody says. She's the blueprint for majority of the artists that came after her. Seriously. Because if there were no Mia X, there would be no Trina. There would be no Gangsta Boo. There would be no other female rapper that you could think of from way back when in the 90s. If it wasn't for her, none of these rappers would have existed. I'm serious. Like, I mean, you can't beat them. Master P, same thing with him. If it wasn't for Master P, half of these artists would not exist to this day. There would be no Silk the Shocker. There would be no C Murder. There would be no Chopper. There would be no, who else is there? Mac. Soldier Slim, God rest his soul. Soldier Slim is dead. He got shot up in a drive-by a long time ago in the late 2000s. Who else was there? I'm trying to think. Was part of No Limit. But yeah, Mystical. If it wasn't for Master P, there would be no Mystical. Because of Master P, Mystical existed. Like, y'all have no idea how many heavy hitter artists we're talking here. We're talking a lot of heavy hitter artists. Now, Cash Money, same thing. If there was no Birdman, there would be no Wayne. There would be no Juvenile. There would be no BG. There would be no Turk. None of them would have existed without Birdman. Because Birdman is the one who made the damn label. People keep forgetting that. They talk mad shit about this man, but he's done a lot. But yeah, Legend Extentacion, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. Legend Extentacion. It was good to see Master P's Romeo show up. Yeah, his son sure did show up. I forgot Romeo was there. He came towards the end. And what people tend to fail to realize is how many people are related to Master P out of that damn group. C Murder, Master P's brother. Silk the Shocker, Master P's brother. Like, Soldier Slim, Master P's brother. He has so many brothers, part of that damn label. People keep forgetting that. And Romeo, of course, is his son. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of history between both record labels. I won't lie. There's a lot of hits. I will say I go harder for No Limit because No Limit brought the energy. They brought the rap. They brought the lyrics. They brought the hardcore rap. Unlike Cash Money, they have the lyrics, but they don't have the hardcore rap. They're more bounce and dance and twerk and shake that ass or whatever you want to call it. But they do have good songs. I will give them that. But that verses that I saw just now, oh, No Limit all the way. They saying Cash Money won that shit. I said, bullshit. I said, they did not win. Hell no. not with Snoop and Mia and Silk on the same stage. No. Hell no. My name is Daphne. You can call me D. Nice to meet you too. How good was Scott Storch though, if you know him? Scott Storch was cool. He was a white boy. He was a music producer. Scott Storch was more pop, not necessarily hip hop. He did a lot of teeny bopper fucking artists like Pitbull and some Fat Joe. But Scott Storch is not somebody I would think of when it comes to music. He's just a producer. I wouldn't say like, ooh, he's historic. Like, no, I'm sorry. I'm not rocking Scott Storch. Like, no. And plus, the last time I checked, he was laundering money and doing drugs, and he fell off the bandwagon real fast. He went kind of downhill. I hate to say it. But if you're talking about legendary hip-hop, like real hip-hop, not this bullshit mumble rap that I hear today, First person I think of, in my opinion, of course, is Pac, and then Biggie, and then Snoop, and then Dre. Because you have to think, Dr. Dre put so many people on. Dre is responsible for Snoop for getting into death row. A lot of people still don't know that to this day. Dre is also responsible for Eminem. He's the one who made Eminem. People keep forgetting that. Dre is also responsible for a lot of other people that I cannot really remember. But Dre put a lot of artists on. People keep forgetting Dr. Dre was a blueprint for majority of the West Coast hip hop. Literally. I really like the former vice president of No Limit Records, Big Boss. He was there like always. Oh, yeah. I forgot about Big Boss. Yeah. Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke, I didn't know too much about him. I know he got shot and killed. I don't know the whole origin with Pop Smoke. I don't know if he was even affiliated. Was he affiliated with No Limit or Cash Money Records? Because he sounded like he was affiliated with Cash Money. He probably was affiliated with Young Money. I wouldn't be surprised. And that's the thing with Young Money. Young Money was more the teeny bopper shit. Drake, Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, people like that. That's Young Money. You gotta listen to the Woo. The Woo, who's the Woo? I don't know who the Woo is. King Von. I don't know too much about King Von. He's a little bit newer for me. I just know that he was shot up as well. But they have no affiliation with Cash Money Records or No Limit Records. I don't know why y'all bringing these people in the mix. I'm only talking about No Limit artists versus Cash Money artists. Two different genres here. We're not even talking about these new age people. That's all I'm talking about. Did Scott Storch produce Still DRE legendary beat though? He may have. Shit, I don't know. I mean, if you Google will tell you. A matter of fact, I'm going to Google it right now since you want to know the damn answer so bad. It's not hard to Google these answers, people. He probably did produce Still DRE for Dr. Dre. Let me see. I'm going to ask AI and see what AI says. We're going to see what they say. Since y'all want to know the answer so damn bad. Hold on. Did Scott Storch make Still DRE? AI says no, Scott Storch did not produce the entire song for Still DRE for Dr. Dre. However, he co-created the iconic piano riff. So he created a riff for the damn song. He did not produce Still DRE. If that's your answer, that's the answer you wanted, that's the answer you get. But according to AI on Google, AI is saying no. Scott Storch did not produce Still DRE, okay? Anyway. See, now some of y'all are trolling. I'm not even reading some of y'all's comments. I'm just going to politely block your dumbasses because y'all are being stupid right now. Put user in timeout. Goodbye. Babytron could be Cash Money. He did. Who's Babytron? I don't know who Babytron is. Let me see. I've heard of Birdman. They call him Baby, but who is Babytron? Is he an artist? Let me see. See, there's some new age motherfuckers you telling me. I don't know who these people are. Y'all keep telling me some new age people I ain't never heard of. This dude is a white boy from Ypsilanti. I don't know how to say it. Ypsilanti, Michigan. Yeah, he ain't even part of Cash Money, but okay. Whatever. Who is more productive, morning person or night owls? Night owls. Because why? Night owls don't sleep. They actually tend to stay up and they overthink a lot. And because night owls like me, because I'm a night owl, that's why I'm saying this, they tend to overthink a lot of things. Their brain never shuts off. And a lot of music producers who are night owls will make beats to the crack of dawn and then lay down. Night owls get the shit done. Daytime people are not productive. Why? Because daytime people know when to shut their brains off. Night owls don't. This is why you see people up in the studios from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. They never sleep. And that's why people constantly have hits because of night owls. You'd be surprised. I'm doing good. How you doing, Sari? Lyrical Lemonade versus World Star. Who's Lyrical Lemonade? Who the fuck is that? Let me Google. So y'all telling me some foreign shit I ain't never heard of. Lyrical Lemonade. Now I gotta look it up. Lyrical Lemonade apparently is a musical artist. It's a multimedia company specializing in music videos, live events, exclusive content, merchandise, and plenty more. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I see. I never heard of them, but okay. I mean, I know who World Star is, but I never heard of Lyrical Lemonade. You look too young to be on this app. Who, me? You're saying I look too young? I appreciate it, but I'm very old. You'd be surprised. I'm almost 40. My birthday is next week, by the way. I'll be 38. But thank you for letting me know that. That's a compliment. I get carded faithfully, too, at every damn gas station. People think I'm like 20, 21. But okay. Okay, this dude is trolling. I'm not even reading that comic. You're going to timeout. Goodbye. When y'all say some stupid shit and y'all start trying to get me off topic, I just put your ass in timeout. I hope y'all know that. When y'all say silly shit in the comments, you're going to timeout for 24 hours. I'm just warning you. Oh shit, you're 14? Oh God. You're a little young for this app. You should probably be on YouTube Kids. But okay. I don't think you should be here. No, I don't have kids. But anywho, yeah, the Verzuz Battle was lit. I loved it. If y'all have not seen, again, the Verzuz Battle between No Limit Records versus Cash Money Records, highly suggest you go watch it. It's all over YouTube. I just watched the whole thing. I loved it. It was amazing. Tory Lanez ain't part of them. He ain't part of Cash Money or No Limit. What he got to do with that? Tory Lanez could never, ever be part of that. Matter of fact, the last time I checked, Tory Lanez is part of Rock Nation. They have nothing to do with No Limit or Cash Money, but okay. Somebody says, shut up, I'm 7. Oh, God. Well, yeah, you definitely don't need to be here either. You need to be on YouTube Kids. This ain't the spot for you, homie. When are you going live to tell us about the flowers and Secret Admirer? You know what? I never thought to go live, but since you want to know live about it, I'll probably go back live probably, I don't know, maybe later tonight, depending on how I'm feeling. I might go on later tonight or later tomorrow. But yeah, y'all being silly up in the comments. I don't know what y'all got going on. Like, do you listen to Tory? I'm asking. No, I do not listen to Tory. I've never been a Tory Lanez fan. Does that answer your question? I'm very old school. I'm OG hip hop. I listen to Pac. I listen to Biggie. I listen to No Limit Studios, such as Master P, Silk the Shaka. I listen to Trina. I listen to Mia X from time to time. I listen to 3 6 Mafia. I listen to a lot of old school 90s OG rap. I listen to a lot more West Coast than East Coast, though. Majority of the stuff I listen to would be like Warren G, Nate Dogg, Snoop Dogg, stuff like that. That's what I listen to from time to time. If I'm on a road trip, I might pop on a little East Coast music, some Biggie, some Bone Thugs and Harmony, or I don't know, something like Mos Def or something I might listen to from time to time. Can you give me a shout out? Sure. Shout out to Tate Talton. Everybody say hello to Tate. Since people want to shout out. Oh, man. I don't know why she's saying she's in early labor, but you got problems, yo. You just said you was 7. I think you trolling. We're going to put your ass in timeout. Goodbye. Your new sub. Oh, okay. Yeah, the trolls are aggravating. That's why I be putting them bitches in timeout. I'm just like, y'all ain't even talking about the topic. I'm trying to have a conversation about some real old school OG hip hop and y'all on some bullshit. I enjoyed the talk about the Verzuz Battle with No Limit and Cash Money. I appreciate that, Thud. I appreciate that. Your Gen Z favorite artist. Gen Z, oh God. Honestly, I don't have a favorite Gen Z artist. I told you, I don't listen to a whole bunch of the new age artists from today's hip hop. The only one that I would say that has catchy songs that I might listen to is Glorilla. Outside of Glorilla, I wouldn't say she's a favorite. I like some of her songs, but I'm not like, oh, I gotta get a ticket to see Glorilla in concert. Like, hell no. Now, do I like Chris Brown? Yeah, I like Chris Brown. Would I ever see him in concert? Hell no. I'm gonna tell you an example of who I like to see in concert. I saw the Queen's tour a few weeks ago in DC. It was Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, Stephanie Mills, and Gladys Knight. That's the type of groove I'm on. I told you I'm very old school. If it's not real old school music, it's 90s R&B. That's me. It's gotta be somebody like New Edition, Boyz II Men, Brandy, Monica, Tony Braxton. That's me. This new age shit y'all got going on, this Gen Z, hell no. I'm not down with it. I don't listen to NBA Youngboy. I've had 1,000 people ask me already, do you listen to NBA Youngboy? Do you listen to King Von? You listen to Pop Smoke? I don't listen to none of that shit. Why? Because it's not for me. That's why. What is your favorite movie? I would say my favorite movie, honestly, would probably have to be, I would say Coming to America with Eddie Murphy. That's one of my favorite movies. It's funny as hell. I could watch that anytime, any day. But yeah, besides Coming to America, another favorite movie of mine, I would have to say is Dead Presidents. That's another good movie. But yeah, how many records, I'm curious, how many records did Cash Money sell? I don't even know how many they sold. I'm gonna ask AI. Cash Money Records sold more than 1 billion units. Damn. Okay, Cash Money got some real cash money, for real, for real. I was just talking shit. It said the figure was announced by founder Birdman in 2017. That reflects the label's success over several decades with artists like Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki Minaj. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that's wild. How many records did No Limit Records sell? Let's see what they say. Let's see what AI says, because I always look at what AI says. No Limit Records has sold over 100 million records. I told y'all. AI even said it. What don't you want to listen to this era, though? They got some real shit they be spitting. Because majority of it, I don't understand. This new era with this Gen Z rap be mumbling. I don't like mumble rap. A lot of this shit is auto-tune. If you pay attention to the motherfuckers from way back when, like Master P and them, don't none of them motherfuckers sound auto-tune. It's real hip-hop. Real lyrics. No remix bullshit. It's just really raw. I like raw and unfiltered rap. Like Eric Sermon, Rakim, Eric B. All those type of people. Kool Moe Dee. You know, KRS-One. That's me. Real, raw, and unfiltered. And another one of my favorites is Public Enemy. I love Public Enemy, by the way. But yeah, if it's not raw and unfiltered, it has a meaning to it. I don't want to listen to that shit. That's why. Don't nobody want to listen to that shit if they come from the era that I come from. Fuck. Somebody said, how old are you? Grown. Grown enough to be your mama. Look, grown enough to survive 3 decades. Put it that way. Yes, I'm very, very grown. I am not a child. I'm so grown. I live alone and I'm very highly independent. I have my own house. I have my own car. I have my own job. That's how grown I am. I don't live with a roommate. I don't live with my mama. As you can see, I live the fuck alone. This is me. This is my shit. I pay the bills of this motherfucker. I pay the rent in this motherfucker. Okay? This is me. I live alone. Me, myself, and I. You're 44. I'm 37. Welcome to the club. You grown too, I see. Yeah, 3 children. That's what's up. I have 0. You're so funny. Oh, man. I'm 26, have a job, live on my own, don't feel grown. Why you say you don't feel grown? You have a job and you live on your own. Why don't you feel grown, though? You live alone. You don't live with your mammy. You don't live under nobody else's roof. You don't have a roommate. I don't understand why you don't feel grown. Like you're independent as fuck, like me. I don't understand. Make it make sense. Look, it's just like the song with Chopper. If you're an independent woman, huh? Oh, if you're independent, oh. I don't know all the lyrics, but I have to look at the lyrics. But yeah, No Limit definitely had that rap battle. I don't care what nobody says. And even Snoop Dogg's 1998 album with No Limit Records called No Limit Top Dog sold 2 million copies in under 2 months with a total of U.S. sales of 4.4 million and over 6 million globally. Damn. 1998 releases with No Limit Records was a result of 23 albums that year, including 6 that went platinum and 5 that went gold. That's how historic and iconic the No Limit Records is. That's how historic they are. Damn, 19 and 2 kids. Ooh, wow. God bless you. More power to you. I'm bored with my life. I lost my job recently. I'm sorry to hear that, Kelly. Everything gonna be okay. I promise you everything gonna be okay. Keep your head up and keep going. Don't stop. Don't give up. Caesar says, still feel like a child at times, very independent, but no, I don't care of my home the way I should. Oh, okay. Now I guess that makes sense. Cerise says, can I ask you a question? Sure, go ahead, Cerise. What's your question? And hello to Pixie. Pixie says hello. But yeah, 1998 was that motherfucking year. I'll never forget the time when I was a kid in high school. I saw No Limit Records performing on 106 in Park on BT. Y'all remember BT? 106 in Park. No Limit performed a very historic performance on BET's 106 in Park. I don't even remember Cash Money performing on 106 in Park. I don't think they did. Now I think about it. Let me see. Did Cash Money perform on 106 in Park? Let's find out. Cash Money perform on 106 in Park. And I miss 106 in Park. They cut that show off. I don't even know why. But AJ and Free was my shit. Okay, so Cash Money Records did perform on 106 in Park. It was a New Year's Eve takeover in 2010 with the entire Young Money, Cash Money crew. It was artists with like Lil Wayne, Birdman, and Drake. Oh, okay. I don't remember it, but I have to go back and look at it. That's what's up. From what I can tell, this is a rap stream. I will ask again. You ever listen to King Eso? No, I don't know who King Eso is, but thank you for asking. Who the hell is King Eso? Is he one of these new age rappers? Or is he an old school rapper I've never heard of? Let's Google. Let's ask AI. Who the fuck is King Eso that you want to know so damn bad? I don't know who that is. King Eso, new age rapper. Don't know who he is. Record label, Strange Music Inc. Never heard of the motherfucker. There's your answer. I just told you who the fuck I listen to. Why aren't y'all listening? Cash Money Records. Turk, Wayne, Birdman, Manny Fresh, Soulja Slim. All them people, yes, I've listened to. Juvenile, Mystical, No Limit Records, Master P, Mystical, Snoop Dogg, Mia X, C Murder, Silk the Shaka, Mac. Do I need to say more? I just told you who the hell I listen to. I answered your question. What question are you asking? So Caesar said, I just joined. No, Caesar, you've been here for a minute. King ISO, I say old school, but he's new. I ain't never heard of the motherfucker. Because according to Google is saying he's under some record label called Strange Music Inc., which sounds like some bullshit he made up. If he ain't part of No Limit Studios or Cash Money Records, I don't know who he is. This is legit about No Limit Studios and Cash Money Records. That's all I'm talking about. If it ain't about No Limit, if it ain't about Cash Money, I don't know who the fuck it is. That's all I'm talking about. Who do y'all think won the Verzuz? Y'all still haven't answered my question. Do y'all believe Cash Money Records won the Verzuz? Or do y'all believe No Limit Studios won the Verzuz? Who do y'all think won the Verzuz battle? That's the main question I want y'all to answer. Since y'all asked me a million fucking questions about people outside of the damn labels who I've never heard of, by the way. Answer those questions and then maybe I would say something else. Maybe. No Limit. Finally, somebody answered the fucking question. No Limit, in my opinion. Thank you, Caesar, for answering the damn question. I don't know what Pixie's problem is. They're saying do it, but you got to go to timeout. You're being fucking weird. Get out of here, dude. I don't know what their problem is, but you got to go. What are your thoughts on 3i Atlas? Who the fuck is 3i Atlas? This is what I'm talking about. Is this another Gen Z artist? Legit. What is the title of this live? Verzuz Battle. Okay. If you look at the picture on this live, it says No Limit Records versus Cash Money Records, and y'all still talking about other people. Why aren't y'all listening? Like, I don't know who these people are. Y'all give me some foreign ass rappers I ain't never heard of, some no-name motherfuckers. And I'm just like, who are they? I don't know who these people are. I Googled it. I don't know who 3i Atlas are. 3i, you're fired. I'm about to kick you the fuck out. Talking about what are your thoughts on 3i Atlas. 3i Atlas ain't even a damn rapper. Get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all piss me off that bullshit. Some bullshit about something about space. You want to sit up here and talk about space when we talking about rap, man. Get the fuck on out of here. I'm not answering you no more. Get out of here, bro. It should piss me off. Don't label us Gen Z artists. Come on. No, I'm serious. It's not my fault I don't keep up with y'all. I'm just too old school for the shit. I grew up on people like Nas, Mary J. Blige, Jay-Z, Aaliyah, Missy Elliott, Genuine. That's my hood genre. That's me. I don't listen to this new age bullshit. I don't listen to none of this shit out here. Because it's not real. No way you don't know Tech. Text label? Unnamed artist, text label. Who? Oh, you talking about Tech 9? Yeah, I know who Tech 9 is. Oh, I know exactly who Tech 9 is. If that's who you're talking about, yes, I know who Tech 9 is. Yes, Tech 9. I know who the fuck that is. It's a group. They've been around for quite some time. Now, have I listened to them? No. I don't listen to their music, but I know who they are. But I don't listen to their music. King Eso is the up-and-comer for Text label. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. It ain't a group? Oh, you calling me a bitch now, Caesar? It's one man? Well, if it's one man, then why were there two people performing on the Tiny Desk concert that they had? Since you want to yell at me. I don't think you want to yell at me because I'll put your ass in timeout too, Caesar. You keep that shit up. Since you want to yell at somebody. Let's see what Tech 9 says. Because I'm just like, there were two people. I could have sworn it was two people. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, it's one person. I don't know who the other person was, but he had another guy perform from him on Tiny Desk. That's all I'm saying. I just know that it's a rapper or a group, one of the two. But now I realize, according to AI, it's one person. And it says he goes by the stage name a Tech Nine. His real name is Aaron Dantes Yates. Ooh, Denise, are you telling me to shut up? And are you calling me a nappy head? I would hope not, because I didn't do anything to you, Denise. Damn, y'all are so violent in these comments. I don't appreciate the comments. Why are y'all so hateful in these comments right now? I'm just trying to have a legit conversation. And y'all are talking about off the wall artists who are unrelated to Cash Money Records and No Limit Records. They have nothing to do with these iconic New Orleans rap artists that I'm talking about. Y'all keep talking about these random people. But you know what, Denise? You can go to hell, because I'm not about to continue to play with you. I'm not about to listen to this bullshit. I'm about to put your ass in timeout, because you done pissed me the fuck off. When y'all get violent with me, you start calling me names, your ass is going to timeout. I'm not going to entertain the bullshit. I'm not going to entertain the bullshit. Y'all want to be mean to me? Fine. I'm not going to argue with your raggedy ass. I'm just going to put your ass in timeout. Caesar says I wasn't being mean. Biff wasn't meant to be fun. Okay. See, I don't know the lingo. Y'all have to tell me the lingo. I'm still learning this new age Gen Z shit. I don't know all the slang. I don't know all this stuff. I'm still learning. You have to tell me. If it's a joke, it's a joke. It's cool. But if you don't, you know. Oh, we have another troll. Somebody said Trump about to take your food stamp. You gotta get a job now. Fun facts, asshole. I'm a business owner. I don't have a job. But thank you. I don't have food stamps. But thank you. Since you want to be a racist. We can go ahead and put your ass away and fucking time out too, you fucking racist. But anyway, back to No Limit, because y'all want to try to get off topic. Out of both of the genres, or both of the artists' record labels, who do y'all think was more successful? Do y'all believe No Limit Records was more successful? Or do y'all believe Cash Money Records was more successful? I'm curious to know. In my opinion, out of both record labels, I will have to admit, I believe Cash Money Records was more successful than No Limit, because they sold way more records than No Limit. I'm not gonna lie, they did. They sold over 1 billion records. However, the ones with the hardest artists, who actually went solo and became something bigger than that actual record label, I'm going to have to give it to No Limit. Because the reason why I say No Limit is because they had Snoop, he went off, he went independent, blew up by himself. They had a lot of people that went off by themselves and blew up. Silk the Shocker went off by himself, blew up. Same thing. Regardless, if you enjoy old school shit, check out ESO's new album, Ghetto Psycho. Okay, I'll check it out. Thank you, Caesar. You cue the stage. When did you start streaming? I started streaming about 40 minutes ago. And I already told you No Limit won that, in my opinion. Cash Money more successful, but No Limit had better music. Okay, Caesar has a point. Caesar is right. I do agree with Caesar. I believe No Limit won the Verzuz, which we've already discussed. But you believe that Cash Money is more successful. I said the same thing. Cash Money was more successful. You had Juvenile, you had Wayne, you had Turk, you had Nicki Minaj, you have Drake. And they all went off to become solo independent artists on their own and sold more records on their own. No, I meant to see, when was your first stream ever? Oh, I don't know. Shit, it's been a while. My very first stream was like maybe a couple of years ago, if you want to get that deep. But okay, that was weird. Check out GBK Cypher if you love 90s, 2000 MTV music vids. Malaysian rap scene honoring the mother tongue. Okay, I never heard of GBK Cypher. Let me look him up. Who is that? I never heard of him. Have y'all ever heard of GBK Cypher? Who is that? I don't know who that is, but okay. I'll check them out though, but thank you. Never heard of them. Let's see. Hello, how do women with long fingernails wipe themselves? I don't know. You being a troll up in here? Because I don't have long fingernails. As you can tell, I have no fingernails. So I don't know what you're referring to. Let's see. Y'all got a lot of weird comments up in here. Wayne, Minaj, and Drake made that label for sure. Exactly. I agree. Wayne, Nicki, and Drake made that label. But see, the difference with those three, they branched off and made their separate label, but under Cash Money. They made Young Money. That was the biggest difference. See, Young Money was separate, although it was under the same umbrella. That was a different time. You have to think that was a different genre. That was a different time. When Wayne created that label for him, Nicki, and Drake, it was more like the 2010s era. Cash Money was more around the 90s era and the late 2000s era. So it was a little bit different. You know, I'm talking about old school, heavy hitter, hardcore rap. Like when rap first hit the scene. And like I said, honestly, No Limit got them beat when it comes to like the music. But Cash Money got them beat when it comes to the labels. Because they do have the labels. I will give them that. I love both of them. I love all their songs. I just prefer No Limit versus Cash Money, in my opinion. But yeah. Do you have Discord? If you do, can you add me? Discord? I don't know what the hell that is, but okay. No, I don't have Discord. Good. You're gonna get me back into my rap vibe. Been on heavy metal lately. Oh, really? Why heavy metal? That's interesting. I never listened to heavy metal. Huh. I'm a 99 baby, but appreciate the old culture for rap. Okay. I'm an 87 baby. I'm old school too myself. Very old school. Immortal Technique, Dancing with the Devil, got the meat and the lyrics and storytelling. I never heard of them. But, yeah. Oh, it's sleepy. Why are you telling old dude to shut up? You telling me to shut up? Or are you telling somebody else to shut up? Because somebody in the comments is hot. Sound like they trying to start some shit. I don't know why. But y'all being real weird up in the comments. Shut the fuck up. You ain't 87. I am 87. Born and raised November 1st, 1987. That's me. I'm 37. I just told you. What I got to lie about? You want to see my birth certificate, nigga? Like, I will even show you my driver's license. I have nothing to hide. I'm up there. Yes, I just look young. I have a baby face. I take care of myself, obviously. I drink my water. I eat my berries and juices. I actually take care of myself. That's why I look like this. I get carded all the time. Somebody said, I thought you were 87 years old. Get the fuck out of here. No, I was born in 1987. I don't know why you're being a jackass. You're being a jackass right now. What's your secret? I don't have a secret. Honestly, drink water. Drink water, eat your berries and juices and your veggies. You'll look just like this. And exercise. Walk. Get on a treadmill. Shit. Lift weights. Hell, what do you want me to say? As long as you drink water and eat right, eat healthy, you would literally be fine. He said, I almost shit fell over and pissed myself thinking you were 87. Hell no. I'm only 37. Can I get a shout out? Shout out to Adventures with Barrett. Shout out to Adventures with Barrett. This guy is a troll. You can go to hell. I don't know what the problem is with you, but we're going to put you in timeout. Word. I'm born 2000. Glad music is still doing its thing decades later. Okay, shout out to the 2000s. Man, you made me feel old. In 2000, I think I was about, oh God, 13, 14 years old. I think I was in high school. I think I was a freshman. Yeah, I was a freshman in high school in 2000, somewhere around there. And my niece was born in 2001, and my nephew was born in 2008. That's how you can tell my black ass is getting old. But yeah, I'm up there. I have nieces and a nephew. My baby nieces, my sister's kids, they real young too. Her oldest kid was born in 2013. She ought to be about 11 or 12. And the baby one, she was born in 2020. So she's about 3 or 4 years old. She ought to be going on 5. She's probably about 5 years old now. What would you tell your 25-year-old self? Shit. If I was 25 again, what would I tell my 25-year-old self? I would probably tell myself to invest early, which I should have done instead of starting over, and hop on content creation. I would have told my 25-year-old self to hop on content creation and make YouTube. But instead, I was doing dumb shit and working. I wasn't even thinking about YouTube at that time. I waited too late to get on YouTube. I honestly didn't start making content on this channel until like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I've had the Google account for a long time. I just never bothered to, make content until now. But yeah, I wish I would have told my 25-year-old self to get started early on content creation. That's what I wish I would have did. Yep. What would you tell your 25-year-old self if you're 25? That's my question. Bedtime for me, but as I recommended, King Eso and Eamon hit you with a wild suggestion of dance. Okay, I'll check it out. Dance with the Devil. Okay. I don't know what that is, but I'll check into it. A very large obese woman asked me on a date. I immediately told her I don't fuck with obese women. Was I too blunt? Yeah, you were too blunt. It sounds like it. I mean, from the name alone with your username, 100% plant-based black man, you sound like an asshole and a health freak. So I'm not expecting anything less, but from the way you said it, you sound like a generic asshole. I'm not surprised. You're probably a very fit, athletic black guy from what I see. You probably live and breathe and eat the gym and probably don't have nobody. And probably beating your meat every 5 seconds. So I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Because that's what y'all do. Y'all like to do that shit. Y'all like to fat shame people. And it's okay. We understand. I'm one of them. Am I crying my eyeballs out? No. Am I depressed? No. Am I sad? No. Do I feel lonely? Hell no. I feel free. I'm fine. Get these oozing ulcers under my legs and can't control my bowels. Daily bathroom mistakes for me. Oh. Are you joking? I hope that's a joke. It just sounds gross. I can't deal with y'all's comments. Like, why would y'all say some silly off the wall shit like this? We're talking about Verzuz. Why are y'all talking about silly shit? The fuck? Thanks for the input. I learned too late to protect my dreams is all I have. Hope this helps someone. You tell him, girl. And then he comes back with, serious question, why did you let yourself get so big? Why did I let myself get so big? Okay, Mr. Plant Man, since you want to be an asshole, I only let myself get so damn big because, one, I had just got out of the military and I went through a lot. I suffered a lot. My grandmother had just passed away, who was like a mother to me. And nobody, and I mean nobody in my entire fucking family was supportive. And I was half-ass homeless. So I didn't have a choice but to be big because nobody wanted to support my fat ass. Does that answer your question? I went through a very depressing time when I came out of the military. Yes, I'm not lying. Seriously. My whole entire family disowned my black ass. And I was left alone to rot and die, literally, once my grandmother passed away. Yeah. I had no one, still have no one to this day. I'm not lying. Seriously. Like, what do I have to lie about? I'm just like, yes, I did 6 years Army a long time ago in the 2000s. And when I came out, I went through a very shitty, depressing phase. I went through a lot. I lost a lot of stuff. I lost everything. Seriously. It sucked. I went back home to mommy and daddy for about a few months. It didn't work out too well because my sister was still at home and we didn't get along too well. When I moved out on my own, it was a struggle. I worked 2 jobs. I worked a security job at nighttime. I worked an internship while I was in college. I finished my schooling. I just didn't care. I said, why care if no one else cares? And I was just lazy. I didn't have no motivation. For me, it was more of lack of motivation and lack of mentorship. It wasn't that I was stuffing myself full of food every 5 seconds because I didn't care for myself or I hated myself. It was just the fact that I had no motivation. Does that answer your question? Because that's the truth. Get God honest truth. I have nothing to lie about. But yeah, I'll subscribe to you. I got you. You seem to be giving good people advice, so I asked. Oh, okay. Gotcha. But yeah, not in the USA, but my dad's in the military. Thank you for your service. I appreciate that. Thank you for yours as well. But yeah, a lot of people who were like me that served in the military blew up like balloons. And I understand why. It wasn't because we wanted to. It was just life. Life got hard and, you know, families weren't the same. And we just went through a lot of shit, you know, just went through a lot of shit. But long story short, you know, I'm doing better, you know, doing better. I am a good person. I am. People just took my goodness for weakness or my niceness for weakness. And now I tend not to trust a lot of people because I've had a lot of people fuck me over, literally, and nobody gave a fuck. So once I realized nobody gave a fuck, everybody stopped talking, I just said fuck them. This is how you know that I was done with certain people. I blocked them, I said nothing to them, and then I moved on with my life. And even my family, love them to death. But I love them from a distance because I know that they are not for me. And the reason I say they are not for me is because they don't support me. Nobody, like I said, nobody fucks with me. Nobody talks to me. When I moved out here to the East Coast earlier this year, nobody gave a damn. When I had surgery in the hospital, nobody gave a damn. The only person in that fucking hospital was my best friend who lives right up the road. 2 hours away. That was the only motherfucker that gave a fuck about me and was sitting by my bedside in that fucking hospital when I had surgery. If that doesn't tell you enough about where I come from, that should tell you enough about the bullshit I've experienced. I mean, what do you want me to say? I don't come from a place like Little House on the Prairie. I don't have the happy lifestyle. This is my life. Everyone is isolated. Everyone has their own little families. And majority of it, I think, is because I'm the gay one. I'm part of the rainbow crew. And I think that's another problem. My parents are hella homophobic. And the first thing they're going to say is, you're going to hell because you're part of the rainbow crew. And that might be another reason why they disowned the fuck out of me. They used to call me all the time. Now, they don't call me. Don't nobody call me. But it's cool though. It don't hurt my feelings. I know what it is. I see the bullshit for what it is. I'm getting therapy for it right now. And my therapist told me that she's going to give me some homework to make sure that I'm on track and not living in the past. And that's my problem. I do overthink a lot, But my therapist said that as long as I do this homework, it will help with my anxiety. I have a lot of anxiety built up from this shit because I had a lot of trauma in my life. And I actually cried for the first time. Normally, I'm not a crier, but I cried about it. It was heartbreaking. It was a lot. I finally unleashed everything I had to say to my therapist on Friday. And my therapist told me, we have a lot of work to do, but we're going to get through it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not perfect. What can I say? I ain't never been inside of a jail cell, hallelujah. That's one thing I can say. I stay out of trouble. I keep my nose clean. I mind my business, and I go to work. I go to work. I study my schooling. I do therapy. Yes, therapy does help. It does. It keeps me sane, if that answers your question, and it keeps me grounded. And honestly, I tell everybody, therapy is not necessarily for crazy people. People automatically think, oh, you got to be crazy, blah, blah, blah. There's something wrong with you. No, therapy is for everybody. If you need someone to talk to, if you have harmful thoughts, harmful feelings against you or others, I highly suggest you try therapy. Highly suggest it. But it does help. The thing is, you got to find the right therapist. That's the catch. Because when I went to the VA hospital, because you know the VA is for veterans, the VA therapists are like robots. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. They sound like they're very robotic. They don't sound like they're trying to help you. And all they do is give you these bullshit questionnaires and ask you, from a scale of 1 to 10, how much pain do you feel today? No, what you do, if you're a veteran like me, you ask the VA to outsource you to a private doctor. That's what you do. And when I got outsourced, it only took me like I'd say about 2 weeks to get outsourced to a private doctor. Once I got this private therapist, perfect. She's Black, she relates, very nice, and she understands everything the fuck I went through. And she actually asked me a lot of deep questions I did not want to answer. So yes, therapy does help. But with the right therapist, you have to find the right therapist for you. Somebody that's going to relate. Honestly, for Black people, in my opinion, I feel like we should all have Black therapists because they're going to relate way more than people of any other color. Honestly, that's just me. And for women, I would definitely suggest Black women therapists. Black women therapists have a different mindset than white women therapists. I don't care what nobody says. I've tried white women before. I've tried Indian therapists before. They're worse, in my opinion. The reason I say that is because a lot of them, they post judgment against you. They just ask you a whole bunch of generic questions outside of what you're trying to fix. And then they just give you a questionnaire. They don't even try to get to know you. This therapist, without hesitation, said, so what kind of trauma do you have that you want to work on? And why are you living in the past? Like, she asked me the right fucking questions without me even telling her anything. And when she did that, I was just like, wow, somebody actually fucking listens for once. But you'd be surprised how many people I've went to who don't listen to me, who don't ask me real questions. They just give you a piece of paper and tell you to fill it out. Those are the ones who don't give a fuck. I'm serious. Like, I've been through so many of them. It's not even funny. And that's why I stopped fucking with the VA. I love the VA because I don't pay shit for healthcare. It's free. It's 100% free for veterans. The only problem is that if you're looking for serious treatment, serious help, like psychotherapy or whatever, VA is not the place. You have to outsource yourself. Get a specialist outside of that motherfucker. And they will pay for the whole thing. I don't have to pay a dime. Do you know how much it costs to see a private doctor outside of the VA? For her, I looked up her rates. She charges $300 by the hour. Or $300 by the session, if I'm not mistaken. So just imagine you have 12 sessions with that therapist. Let's do the math. I'm gonna give you a reality check. of how much it would cost me out of pocket if I did not have the VA on my side. I thank God I have the VA because they helped me out a lot on a lot of expenses. Let's say 12 times 300. That would have cost me $3,600 for the whole year to talk to that black woman therapist outside of the damn VA. $300 a session is a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Do they do happy ending after the session? No, they don't do happy ending after the session, you jackass. You talk shit again like this, I will fucking put you in timeout. I'm having a very serious moment and a very serious conversation, and you're talking about happy endings, you fucking dumbass. No, the job of the therapist is to talk to you and fix your fucking problems. It's not to do happy endings. I don't know why you're trolling me right now with this bullshit. But if you continue to troll me, I will put your ass in timeout. Don't fuck with me. I will do it. Don't make me do it. I will do it. But anyway, yeah. You just have to find your person. Do your research. That's all I can say. When you find the right person, you'll get the help. But anywho, I see that y'all are off topic. Y'all don't care about this topic. So I'm going to leave. I'm going to do y'all a favor and cut off this live. But it was nice talking with y'all. I enjoyed our conversation about the Verzuz Battle. Since y'all want to talk about random shit in these comments, I'm done. Okay? I'm going to go away because there are apparently a lot of fucking children in these comments that probably don't need to be in this live anyway. So I'm going to roll. Y'all have fun. Y'all enjoy trolling other people. I'm done with y'all. Peace. I don't have time for this bullshit.